Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone to episode 205 of Scotch and Smoke Rings. It's always something. It just never goes smoothly or according to plan. Today, however, it wasn't my fault and it wasn't Comcast's fault. Today, it was Twitch TV's fault. That's right, they got hacked. And because they got hacked, they did a server-wide reset of everybody's email addresses or passwords. So, in order to get online today, I had to reset my password and go through I had a different email address than usual connected to that account, and so I had to fish up that email. It was an annoying process. Not going to get into it. The detail is that I am online, I am streaming live for all to see, and we are going to have a fantastic day today. Samagast says, did you trim your beard? No, I did not trim my beard. This is the length it always has been. I might have gotten larger, and therefore my beard looks smaller by comparison. But really, that's all that could have possibly happened. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Before I get into my complainy part of the episode where I complain about all of the things that happened to me today, we've got cigars. And we've got scotch. Which means we've got a great show. And guess what? Whiskey Stones. It's been a while since I've used Whiskey Stones on the program, don't you think? Alright, I gotta tell the whole world that I'm live. Fixed the problem. Streaming live now. Bingo. Very good. Very well. Great to see everybody in the chat today. I hope you're all having a fantastic Thursday evening. Familiar faces today. We've got Durzakil who says, my friend, this time I have a good cigar. An English Corona. Will you join me for a glass? My good gentlemanly friend, of course I will join you for a glass. Today I am drinking some Grant's Scotch whiskey. Blended, of course, but it's a fine beverage. Dookie Pie says, yay. Well, I'm glad that you're excited, Dookie Pie. Yay too. There we go. We've got some wonderful scotch sitting amongst some lovely Whiskey Stones that have been sitting in my freezer for probably years. I haven't used them in a very long time. Jaw77 says, I am drinking a Strawberryta Lol. Well, I hope it's a classy beverage. From the name of it, I don't have a lot of confidence, but let's just hope I'm wrong. Steph Sarch says, I'm in Bulgaria in East Europe. Well, it's great to see our European friends here today. Flaman says, looking nice as always, Oxhorn. Looking forward to an awesome show. Well, we have an awesome show for you today. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Lift up your classy glasses. Here's a toast to you and to me and to my novel, The Tale of Cloran Hastings, available from the best book retailers around the world, including Amazon.com for the low, low price of $9.99. CloranHastings.com. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Autumn says, haha, he got to it before people could spam him about it. Yes, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to do it again later in the episode when the fans spam me about it. Baldock says, will you be live on the 4th of July? Great question. Probably not. Actually, I might. I don't know. It all depends. I haven't decided yet. Deadly Zero says, so Ox, how about that day at work, huh? I had a decent day at work. I can't complain. I've got a great job. But for some odd reason, my bosses decided to blast a certain quality of music throughout the entire office today, towards the end of the day. It was so atrocious, their music selection, that I couldn't help but record my reaction to it and post it up on YouTube. It's currently on my Classy Man I Am YouTube channel. Alright, for some reason they decided to blast Umbrella. Right? I'm sitting there trying to do my work and I'm hearing Umbrella, Ella, Ella, eh, na 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 umbrella, Ella, Ella, Come on! What the heck? Why do I have to sit through that kind of rubbish and focus on writing code and SEO and all that stuff? It's completely distracting, kills my productivity. So I was horrified and I recorded it and put it on the internet for all to hear. Jacob says, did they at least pay you extra to compensate? I wish, right? I should demand a raise. If I have to sit through these intolerable work conditions by listening to Rihanna songs and all that nonsense, I deserve a raise, right? Hey, it sounds like good logic to me. I am down. Gorbeth says, do you think your boss would watch your show? Probably not. But even if they did, I that's okay. They're actually really good guys, and they wouldn't care that I made fun of their music selection. There's a Kill says, oh, I've almost forgotten. Did you get my message for a cane? No, my good sir. If you sent me a message about a cane, I didn't get it. You might want to send me an email at brandon@oxhorn.com. That's probably the best way I'm going to be able to see your messages. Bonkies gets right to the point and says, greetings from Sweden. Now let's see some smoke rings. You, sir, are a man of action. I can respect that. For this is what we do at scotchandsmokerings.com. We drink a little scotch and blow a few smoke rings. So, for those of you who came to last week's episode, you'll recall that a very talented fan brought up one of the previous segments of my program called Reading Rap Lyrics While Wearing a Confused Expression. Well, I have resurrected that segment of the show. And so later, we will be able to do that. But what I did is I actually cut out the song that I did and put it up on YouTube. Now, I also did a rather devious thing. So the song that the fans had me sing last week was something called Love Sosa by some sort of rapper named Chief Beef. And I recorded myself doing this Love Sosa song. I uploaded it to YouTube. And then I actually listed it as a video review to the main Chief Beef song. Well, within a few hours, I was getting a lot of hate. The kind of hate that really makes me feel warm and fun. Is it Chief Keef? I'm so sorry, Chief Keef, because that makes more sense. Anyhow, so the Chief Keef fans descended upon my humble YouTube channel and they excoriated me for my portrayal of their divine overlord, Chief B. Keef. Chief Keef. And I don't know, I had a real fun time reading the comments. Would you like me to read them to you? Since you asked. So, title of the video I uploaded, Oxhorn performs Love Sosa by some guy named Chief Keef, right? Alright, here are some of the better comments. Oh, here's a positive one. The original song sucks, dude. This was funny. Great. Alright, that's pretty good. Go get back on your Lucky Charms box, Bloit you Chacker. Because apparently I'm a leprechaun. Okay, now that makes sense as well. Let's see, what else do we have here? So someone says I don't have the correct lyrics. I looked them up. I am intimate with the Google machine. Here we go. Shut yo old expletive on the face as, spelled with 2 Z's, up. Bloiters looking like mall cop and SHYT. Fat as, again with 2 Z's, Cracker smoking garbage. We blow loud D's with a Z. Ways fam. Well, you know, I suddenly understand why the Chief Keef guy would write the lyrics that he does, because apparently it's some other language, and there are other people that speak that other language. D's ways fam smoking garbage as in a look mall cop face. What? Right. You know, he's speaking to the right community. So this guy is a Walsher, and he ain't know that Chirac life. Gradding Bloiter come down to the Chi and get clapped with the Mac. Check this gratter. Look, I feel accomplished, actually. I feel like I struck a chord with at least some community out there, and it excites me to be able to do that again. So I look forward to your rap suggestions later in the program. Please, 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 please pick something that is going to get me in a lot of trouble. I'm looking forward to getting into a lot of trouble. Schwarmer says, back in the 80s, we called it Ebonics, and some colleges actually offered credit for foreign language studies. Well, that was in the 80s, and I'm sure that the language has evolved since then. It sure sounds like it has. Evolved, devolved. Sing Super Bass by Nicki Minaj. Is it a song about fishes? Did he go bass fishing, Mr. Minaj? Anyway, so that's later in the program, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a great time. Deathblocks1212 says, hey, Oxhorn, have you heard Garrosh will be slain soon? Also, the beard is fabulous. Well, thank you. I realize the beard is fabulous. Don't stop saying it, because I do dig it. As for Mr. Garrosh, I assumed that it would only be a matter of time before Garrosh would be slain. So I look forward to this event. Oh, my mustache! I forgot to put it up in the wax. It's going to completely mess up my smoke rings. Oh, no. Here we go. Let's see if I can do this. Shoot. This is going to be a tricky episode. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the smoke rings, ladies and gentlemen. However, I do think it accentuates my smoke ship abilities. Greg Hartung says, broad question, but what is your favorite Scotch? Steph Sarch says, wasn't it Glenfiddich? Glenfiddich is great. My favorite is Lafroig, and Glenfiddich is a close second. They're both excellent. Excellent Scotches. Deathblockers1212 says, LOL Amunga, what a good Dairy Queen, LOL Amunga, BBDQ. Indeed, good sir. Durakill says, Brendan at Oxhorn.com. Correct? No, it's Brandon. Brandon at Oxhorn.com. That's probably why I didn't get your message last week. Overlord Viron says, have you ever burned your facial hair when smoking cigars? I've never burned my beard. No, my beard is as glorious as it is lustrous. That's it, I have burned my mustache before. This little bit right here. You know, it hangs way down up over... It's getting long. I mean, look. Right? Yeah, it's pretty long. If I smoke it too far down, it gets really hot and it will singe my mustache hairs. So I'm going to have to be very, very careful. Wow, it's completely ruining my smoke rings. Jacob Braden says, I have an Oxhorn starter set. I don't have to shave anymore. So it's grown an inch. Congratulations, good sir. You must have graduated from high school. Kudos to you. I recall when I was in high school, I too was forced to shave my masculinity here. But the moment I graduated and turned the big 1-8, I made sure to leave my chin unadulterated. And it has grown to become the masterful thing you see before yourselves today. Death Black 1212 says, Ox, there's a cape named after you in WoW. This I know, and it only makes sense because I am kind of a superhero. And superheroes tend to wear capes, right? That's logical on Blizzard's part, I have to admit. Baldock says, don't worry, Oxhorn, I'll back you up on the rings. Good, thank you. You're going to be my go-to ring guy today. Every time I take a puff, you're going to have to make a ring. Just so that no one can say that there were no smoke rings on Scotch and Smoke Rings today. They may have been somewhere else in the world, but there were smoke rings. Shawarma says, alcohol-based styling gel plus cigar lighter equals bad, bad, bad. Yes, especially if you use the styling gel in your beard. That would probably, you know, not the best thing in the world. Goldbreath says, I am now. However, my girlfriend and parents both agree my almost stash is to be left untouched. Good. It takes a while for a stash to sprout. It looks a little awkward in the short sprouting stage, but once you get to be a couple centimeters long and it's nice and full, it starts to look much better. So stick through it. It's going to look weird for a few days, but then it'll start to look majestic. Toof66 says, cease these activities thou art engaged in. The time of the hammer is upon us. The ban hammer? I'm happy to ban people. Just let me know when. Hey, Oxhorn, any fan art yet? Says Ninja of WoW. And then Deathblock1212 says, indeed, may there be fan art. Yes, there is plenty of fan art. You guys have been prolific. And so I am going to show off your artistic talents to the world. Let's see, which screen region? There we go. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we got some more people wanting to join the group. I'm going to go ahead and accept them. Bingo. All right. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first piece of fan art. This is Oxhorn for War Chief by Jason Andrew Scott. And it looks like it's an emblem editor. He says, here's another pick I made in the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 supporting Oxhorn for War Chief. I'm liking that. That's great. I would love it if every single person who played Black Ops 2 had an Oxhorn for War Chief emblem. That's pretty sick. I gotta love it. So thank you for that, Jason. Next up is this by The Dork Side. It says, Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh as rendered in Bacon. And you can't get better than that. I mean, look, there's the starry sky, there's the big cloud, there's the tall spire of Bacon and the winds in the background and the city in the foreground, and the sea far off in the distance, made entirely out of bacon. It's just amazing. So thank you for that one, good sir. Then we have this submitted by Reese Mark Sanderson, who says, wow, Oxhorn made a book! Congratulations on discovering true classiness, good sirs. And there, of course, is an image of my novel, The Tale of Cloran Hastings. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much. I did indeed write a book, and I'll show it off a little bit later. So here's this from Autumn, and she says, here's my 2 fan arts for Thursday, not including my achievement one and stuff I already posted before. The top one says, because full beards are so overrated. And then the bottom one says, stupid, you're so stupid. Of course, that is Warlord Gorchak. And look, that is rather tragic. I mean, isn't the right side so much better than the left? It's just, there's no comparison. Then there's this fine fellow, which is a little dog with a pipe and a top hat. If Oxhorn had a dog, I'm fairly sure it would look like this, says Autumn. And yes, he would. Then there's this by Pat Deghita. He says, let's bring this back to class and holy buckets of spoot this guy. Yeah, so this fellow says beard. He's got beer cans in his beard as impromptu curling irons. You know, I don't know how I feel about curling one's beard in such a manner, but I have to admit it's very creative. So thank you for that one. And then here's another one by Jason in the emblem editor. Oxhorn brand movie. He's creating his emblem right here. I love it. I wish I could see people using these in-game. So this is by Autumn, and it says, here are my 2 fan arts for Thursday, not including my achievement one. Okay, so the pencil. So apparently these are the mustache and beard evolution chart. The pencil, the goatee, the stubble, the full beard, and of course the epic beard. Represented by yours truly. I can't say that I deny. This is a fairly accurate representation of the world of beards. And then finally on our list today is... Oh, actually, I think it's the same one. Yep, it's the same one. So, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's all the fan art that I received today. If you submit fan art to the show, please upload it or post it on the Scotch and Smoke Rings Facebook group. That's where I go to check out the fan art. This has greatly reduced the amount of time that it takes for me to gather the fan art. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for all of the amazing fan art that you sent to me today. They're pretty great. Vabies says, Oxhorn, would you like 160 viewers? Yes, absolutely. There is no reason why I shouldn't spread my class to the masses. So bring your friends and fans on in. We're having a party here. Jacob Braden says, hey Oxhorn, I produce music. And would you mind if I were to reference you and your work in a WoW-based song? Not at all. Have at it, my friend. You are free to reference anyone you wish. Shawarma says, this proves there will never be fan art for me as it's all on Facebook now. So, number one hallmark of someone who's too old, he refuses to get on Facebook. Just saying, my 88-year-old grandparents are the only ones in my family who refuse to go on Facebook. You in good company? I'm just wondering. Just seem to have similar characteristics is all. Just darned right, he says. Darned right. Hey, whatever makes you happy, my friend. Suhikatsune says something very pertinent and at the heart of every man's morals. He says, pandas, 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 pandas. And then Jaw77 follows up with exterminator. Touché. Bottoms up, ladies and gents. Bottoms up. Cheers. Hoots says, I'm making burgers. Would you like some? Yes, please. I will take a double serving, slathered in cheese, light on the ketchup. Not a big fan of ketchup, but a nice dollop of mustard and mayonnaise would be fine. I have to admit this is a fairly decent cigar. So I stopped by the post office on my way home from work, because you never know. Sometimes the fans are incredibly kind, and they will, and I will find a cigar waiting for me in my P.O. box. Sadly, that was not the case this week, so I ran across the street and got myself some of these Robustos. I forgot to tell the whole world what I'm smoking today. Today I am smoking a handmade El Rey del Mundo imported. Yeah, out of focus, I know. But it's a fairly decent cigar. Mayo or Miracle Whip, says Esmer. Mayo. I like the fat straight out of the milk slathered on my burger. I don't like the fake thing. No. I just want animal fat and mustard. And that is a good burger. Findora says, I got something on your fan page. It will be up there in like 5 minutes or so. Alright, make sure it's the Scotch and Smoke Rings group. I'm happy to accept you if you want to try and join it. It should be public, because that's the page I'm looking at. Someone asked earlier if it's... Jaw77 says, is it too late to submit any fan art? Jaw77, no, it's not. He says he can't find the Scotch and Smoke Rings group. You will have to search for Scotch ampersand Smoke Rings, not Scotch. The word and A-N-D. You're gonna have to search for the symbol, the ampersand, Scotch and Smoke Rings. That way you'll be able to find it. I'm going to refresh the page. There are no new requests, but I will accept any requests that come through, and I will be sure to show off your fan art if it comes through before the show ends today. Deathblock 1212 says, why can't life be like the game? This question cannot be denied. Yeah, I made that movie. Did I ever tell you that movie had a completely different ending? I was actually on my way to pick up my brother, and he was the one that suggested that I change the lyrics at the end. Originally, the song was, it ended with, and one more wasted life. But then he suggested that might actually offend all the fans. And so I changed it to, why can't life be like the game? And that gave me a title for the song, too. So, Shawarma says, I can't find the Facebook thing. Is it on that Intertubes thing? Yeah, don't worry about it. You'll find it. Just go to your local river, rent an Intertube, go down the rapids, and you'll stumble upon the Facebook thing. True story. Vibes says 160 viewers. Thank you, good sir. If you are a viewer who came here because of Vibes, you have class. Shawarma says, wait, did the new movie come out? No, not yet. However, I'm almost done with it, and I know that I say that every week. But all you have to do is ask my beautiful wife. Instead of coming home, giving my boy a kiss, giving my wife a kiss, and then having a beautiful dinner, I come home and I sit down in front of this computer, and I work on machinima. I shoot footage from World of Warcraft. I shoot characters against blue and green screens. I do audio recording way, way late into the evening. My neighbors must hate me because I sit there in Associate Professor Evil's voice, screaming at the top of my lungs, Barnaby! Right into the microphone at like midnight because I'm working on this movie. And, they haven't knocked on my door yet, but they probably cower in fear whenever they hear that noise. So yeah, every single evening for the past 2 weeks, I have been working on this movie, and I'm so close. This movie actually has a real-life segment in it where I have to record some real footage, and that's the final thing. I've done all the audio editing. All the sound effects are in the movie. I've done all of the music editing. All of the music's in the movie. All of the words are in the movie. All of the video is in the movie, the animated video. The credits are there. The title slide is there. All that's left is for me to shoot some real-life footage and then do some compositing a little later on. And I'm going to finish that this weekend. So I might have it out next week or the week after if I decide to postpone it to work on some website stuff. But moral of the story is that the movie is almost done. Esmer64 says, whatever happened to that Indian neighbor you spoke of some time ago? Please tell me I'm not losing my mind. I think you probably are losing your mind. I've never had an Indian. You're thinking of Tom, the hippie neighbor. He wasn't an Indian. He was a hippie. And I believe he's still there. I think he's moving, though. Being in close proximity to bacon and my beard was just too much for him to handle. So I do believe he's probably leaving. Overlord Vernon says, how long is the movie supposed to be, or is that classified as a spoiler? Well, I can tell you that everything up until the credits is about a block of 9 minutes. And then I've got a credit sequence that's about 2 minutes long. And then I've got an Easter egg. But I won't tell you about that. You'll have to figure it out. Alright, somebody says that he has joined my Facebook group. Let's see if I can find it. And let's see if there's any... Yeah, 4 new requests. Boom, 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 boom. All right, I just accepted you if you applied to join Scotch and Smoke Rings. I wish I could make this public so that you don't have to actually apply, because I want it to be open to everybody, but I guess that's just the way groups on Facebook are built. So go ahead and upload your fan art. Be sure to post it into the fan art section of the photo albums, and I'll refresh the page in a little bit and show off anything else that you guys make. Shawarma says, Oxhorn making machinima? Why, next he'll be telling me that he wrote a book. Indeed he did. The Tale of Cloron Hastings in hardcover for $30, paperback for $20, or as a handy little ebook for a lowly $10. It is a young adult fantasy swashbuckling nautical adventure suitable for people of all ages, available from Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, and other fine online retailers. Go to chloronhastings.com to get your talons on the Tale of Chloron Hastings by Oxhorn. I had to do it once, ladies and gentlemen. Just once. Well, I guess that's twice. Just twice. Wait, it's a compliment. Says, you are disgustingly beautiful. You're such a piece of sunshine. This I know. You're not saying anything new to me. I simply walk down the street on the weekends with my lovely wife at my side, pushing my beautiful boy. And people stop and say, how gorgeous. Now, it's possible they're talking about my wife or maybe my boy, but I really think it's the beard. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Bottoms up. Did I lose my ash already? I'm so bummed that I forgot to put my mustache wax in. I'm failing on the smoke rings, and you guys come all the way here to watch smoke rings, and I can't do them because the mustache is hanging in front of my mouth. Alright, let me see if I can try something here. Almost. Steph Sarch says, Oxhorn, I think you fixed the Latin dating ads that were a problem on your website a few weeks ago. Thank goodness. Now I'm having dishwasher ads. Well, marketing people are experts. They know more about your personal life than you do, right? So if you see an ad about washing machines, what do you think you need to do? You need to wash your dirty dishes, my friend. You, sir, have a sink piled up, apparently. Just listen to the marketing folks. They're retargeting you. So buy a washing machine and don't live in filth. Come on. He says this is true. I don't have a dishwasher. See, I'm saying. People worry about the NSA. Look, the marketing departments of all of the companies in the world already know more about you than the government does, okay? That's just that's the way of the world. Finally. Great. Now you can't say that you didn't get any smoke rings at Scotch and Smoke Rings. Dora says, wash your dishes by hand, it's more fun. Fun is a interesting choice of words. I suppose that could be a matter of opinion. They definitely get cleaner if you wash them by hand. I don't know if they're more fun, but they're definitely cleaner. Durs the Kill says, whoops, typo. Let me try that again. I feel sorry no fan has sent you a cigar. Would you like an English Corona? Cheers. Absolutely, my friend. Go to scotchandsmokerings.com and click on the Gifts for Ox section. I have my P.O. box there. You can send me any cigar you wish to that P.O. box. I also have a wish list there in case you'd like to buy me a classic tie or something. But yeah, I'm happy to smoke cigars from fans on the show. Interesting point. If a fan sends me a cigar, he becomes fan of the week that week on Scotch and Smoke Rings. Just ask Rolleron. He's sent me about 3 or 4 cigars, and as far as I'm concerned, he's fan of the millennium, right? Because he's one of only 3 or 4 people who have actually sent me cigars. Hope Sedge says, you are an incarnation of Fallout 3. Look, I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to set a fire in your heart. I love Fallout 3. It's one of my favorite games. In 2008, 2009, when I was living in California working for Wii Game, I spent all my free time when I wasn't working, playing Fallout 3. I had 3 or 4 different characters. I explored the entire world. I didn't use any cheat codes or look up any spoilers. I played the snot out of that game. I loved it to death. Excellent game. I never played Fallout New Vegas. Because, I don't know, it just didn't have the same pizzazz from everything that I saw online. I wouldn't be against playing it, but I really love Fallout 3. I should probably play the soundtrack on the show sometime. Alright, looks like I gotta do something. Amorous? Whoops. Did I just log out? Nope, it's still going. Ghoulbreath says, Ox! I posted a pic on Facebook. Sorry it's late. Jonathan says, I just want to catch the world on fire. No. It's I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame in your heart. Alright, let's see if I can find your image. I'm going to pause that and refresh that. Alright, we have one from Ghoulbreath, ladies and gentlemen. And there we go. Here we are. This is from John Ghoulbreath. And there are a few other images on here that you can't see, including a ninja over in this corner, a tree, and so forth. But the caption says, as I read the names in chat, these images pop into my head. Can you match the pictures to the names? Alright, here's cute little hardcore kitten. Here's, I don't know, I can't guess. And this is a zombie of some sort, right? Ghoul! That's a ghoul. So Ghoulbreath, there you go. And then this is a horde panda ninja. Gosh, I don't know. This is a ship off in the distance. And this is a gyro with a star? I'm confused. Well, 3 big extra Oxhorn kudos to whomever can figure that one out. Band. There we go. That is half the fun. Durzakill says it's really nice music, very catchy. I'm listening to Radio Dismuke, which is just a free streaming radio station. Just Google Radio Dismuke, D-I-S-M-U-K-E, and you can listen to exactly what I'm listening to right now. No, I do not have any affiliation with them. I just like the music. Patrick's Facebook profile pic was cut off, by the way. Sorry about that. I had a preset screen region, and it just cut it off. Synapse says, hello, fellows. I'm here dropping by to hang out and say cheers. Cheers to you, good sir. Bottoms up. What? Shwama, my friend, I don't know if you need to be talking about lingerie. People might ask uncomfortable questions. Kadev says your hat is marvelous, sire. Why, thank you very much. I do see this as a sort of crown. Steph Search says Oxhorn actually mixed Jimmy Fallon with Jimmy Kimmel last week. No, I didn't. I made sure. Look, I was confused a little bit before I made all my announcements, but I made sure that I said Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Fallon. I never said Jimmy Kimmel. It was Jimmy Fallon. For those who don't know, I had a very, very, very small role on Jimmy Fallon 2 weeks ago. And it was a lot of fun. Oh, it was the smoke ship? Oh! Oh, Jimmy Fallon instead of Jimmy Kimmel in the smoke ship. Gotcha. I made a smoke ship with Jimmy Kimmel. So I got confused later. Murphio says, Oxhorn, I reckon your beard has power over 9,000. Or possibly the power of a Super Saiyan. Just saying. Cute little hardcore kitten too, says Meep. I'm so glad you're here, cute little hardcore kitten. I already had to ban one person. And even though it was a lot of fun, it took a lot of strenuous activity on my part. And you know how I feel about being active. So thank goodness you are here to take care of the trolls. Deathblock1212 says, Oxhorn, what do you prefer? An elf with a beard or a turtle with a beard? This is tricky. So an elf with a beard slightly redeems himself, ever so slightly. But turtles are already great. So a turtle with a beard is just even more great. So it's kind of like, alright, if elves are way down here and turtles are way up here, they both have beards and they kind of just both go up a notch. So I'm still going to have to say turtle with the beard. Good question though. Durzakill says, toast to Ox, to the tale of Cloran Hastings, to his upcoming movie, and to your success, my new friend. Cheers. Cheers indeed, Durzakill, and to everybody else in the chat today. I hope you're enjoying your Thursday evening. Bottoms up. Golbreath says, is it time for a spoken rap? Yes, it is time for a spoken rap. You guys start coming up with some ideas. I'm going to show off any more fan art that is in the chat. Or that is on the Scotch and Smoke Rings Facebook channel. And then when I come back, I hope to see lots of suggestions so that I can do reading rap lyrics while wearing a confused expression. This is from Findora. And it says, someone asked about Mortus in WoW, so here it is. Only Mort can be so late to be in two places at once. Indeed, Foreman Mortus and Grand Executor Mortus. He is indeed in two places at once. I don't know why, but Blizzard just felt like including my character twice in their epic game. And I'm not complaining. He's worth it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what raps would you like me to perform? Alright, Jacob says NWA straight out of Compton. Thrift Shop says Sohikitsune. The new Drake song says Bloodlust Meh. Epic Battles in History, Steve Jobs versus Bill Gates. I've seen that one, that's great. Mangolicious Chutney says, by the way, your videos were the highlights of Vanilla WoW. You may not believe it, but your curse words spread. Excellent. I'm so glad. And I hope that my upcoming movie will be a highlight of Pandaren. Thrift Shop, Super Bass, Thrift Shop, Thrift Shop, Thrift Shop. Wow, I'm getting lots of thrift shops. I don't know what this song is, but it looks like I'm going to have to do it. Thrift Shop by whom? Who made it? Because if I type in thrift shop in Google, I'm going to get a list of all the thrift shops nearby. Macklemore? Rucka Alley? Man, what is with all this? Okay, so Thrift Shop by Macklemore. Sounds good. Let's see if I can find it. Oh. Come on, Cigar, you can do it. Alright. Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. Ryan Lewis isn't really a rap name, is it? It has a distinct lack of single capital letters. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for reading rap lyrics while wearing a confused expression. This week's edition, Thrift Shop by Macklemore. Hey Macklemore, can we go thrift shopping? What? Bada, 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 bada. I'm gonna pop some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting. Looking for a come up. This is Bloiting Awesome. Nah. We walk up to the club like, what's up? I got a big. Grat. I'm so pumped about some Walsh from the thrift shop. Ice on the fringe. It's so bloiting frosty that people like, check. That's a cold, gratting honky. What the? Rolling in, hella deep, heading to the mezzanine, dressed in all pink, except my gator shoes, those are green. Thanks. Because what other color would gator shoes be? Draped in a leopard mink. Girl standing next to me. Probably should have washed this. Smells like R. Kelly's sheets. Well, that's not very nice. R. Kelly must be disappointed. Alright, so where was I? Smelling like R. Kelly's sheets. Bloit. Steph Starch says Oxhorn do Mortus's voice. Yes, Mort's voice? Alright. Mortus's voice for the remainder of this poetry. But Bloit, dudes, it was 99 cents. Bag it. Coppin', washin', about to go and get some compliments. Passing up on those moccasins someone else has been walking in. But me and Grungy, noob, it man. I'm stunning and flossing and saving up my money, and I'm hella happy that's a bargain. Bloiters. I'ma take your grandpa's style. I'ma take your grandpa's style. No, for real, ask your grandpa. Can I have his hand-me-downs? Thank you. All right, so he said thank you. It's getting a little bit more polite. And he's talking about his grandfather's hand-me-downs. Those are classy clothing. So this song might be redeemed. Let's see what happens next. Velour jumpsuit. Okay, you lost me. Velour jumpsuit and some house slippers, dudes. Dookie brown leather jacket that I found a diggin'. Then they had broken keyboard lols. I brought a token broken keyboard noobs. I brought a skeet blanket. Then I brought a kneeboard. Hello, hello, my ace man and mellow. Alright, I don't know how much longer I can do this. John Wayne ain't got nothing on my fringe game. Heck no, I could take some pro wings, make them cool, sell those sneaker herds. No, sell those the sneaker heads. Would be like, oh, he got the Velcros. I'm just becoming exhausted. What the heck? That's not it? There's more? Alright, let's see. What do you know about rocking a wolf on your noggin? What you knowin' about wearing a fur fox skin? I'm digging. I'm searching right through that luggage. One man's trash, that's another man's come up. Thank your granddad for donating that plaid button-up shirt. 'Cause right now I'm up in her stuntin'. I'm at the Goodwill. You can find me on the Uptons. I'm not sick of searching in that section. Uptons. Your grandma, your auntie, your mama, your mammy. I'll take those flannel zebra jammies. Second hand, I rock that. Okay. I think that's about it for now. I think I've made my illustrious point. Look, I can respect a fellow who does his shopping at the thrift shop. Don't get me wrong. I do shopping at the thrift shop at myself sometimes. That's where I'll get my classy ties and maybe even a pair of shoes. But I certainly don't fill my thrift shopping experience with the kind of expletives found in Thrift Shop by McElroy. So, nice try, McElroy, but clean up thy diction, then we can talk. Thrift Shop casts exhaustion on Oxhorn, says Jacob. Yes, I am truly exhausted. I didn't know how much longer I could keep that up. Okay, it's uploaded. Oxhorn. Okay, he's talking about his fan art. Let's see if I can find it. Sorry, my friend. I just refreshed the Scotch and Smoke Rings page, and sadly, I do not see your fan art. Did you upload it to the right Facebook page? Shawarma says, see, the old guy can pick out some hip stuff once in a while. You've got me beat. I am not hip. I am proud of the fact that I am not hip. If you want to know the least classy things in society, just take a look at what is currently cool or trendy. Those are usually the least classy things in society. Durzakill says, and this is poetry? I think not, good sir. I think not. You've got no argument from me, my friend. I'm not arguing otherwise. Ofuls says, Oxhorn, do you lift? Yes, bro, I do even lift. I think someone already mentioned me being able to lift my beard. See, I'm lifting. Dark Archangel says, Oxhorn, I missed it. What cigar are you smoking today? I'm smoking the sister of this one. El Rey del Mundo, imported, handmade in Nicaragua. Robusto. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is getting close to that time where I do a smoke ship based upon your suggestions. At the end of every episode, you tell me what kind of ship you would like to see, and I will summon forth all of the powers within my set bonus of beard, hat, suspenders, and cigar, and blow a smoke ship a la Gandalf that very few people on this world can do. So, ladies and gentlemen, what are your ideas, and I will do my very best to fulfill them. Steph Search says, no, wrong way, Ox. Do you not want me to do a smoke ship? Or are you sad that the show is getting close to its end? Ninja of WoW says, Oxhorn, Nova, and Gavin sailing through a bacon starry night, eating cheeseburgers, red snapper, and turkey legs. Hat, Mortus, Staghorn, Ninja of WoW, and Rolaron are passing out flyers that say, vote for Oxhorn for War Chief. While Ghoulbreath, Gornt, Hardcore Kitten, and Mr. 8-Ball are chasing Garrosh Hellscream in an orc destroyer while throwing gnome-shaped bombs while throwing gnomes and dropping bombs on him. I looked the wrong way? Is there a wrong way for me to look? I'm confused. The Twitch chat is going crazy over here. Don't know what's going on over there. The live stream chat is talking about looking in wrong directions. I'm slightly confused. Oh, Jaw77 says, I'm sad that the show is at its end. Well, it's getting close. We do this show for about an hour. Delanish says, the master of euphemisms sailing through the mist. Hold on. There we go. The master of euphemism sailing through the mist of the blizzard while throwing bloating gnomes overboard with Oxhorn, Stag, and Mortus. Yes, that is indeed a pleasant thought, I have to admit. Ghoulbreath says, a magical smoked submarine surrounded by bacon rings, wrapped in bacon, mind you, piloted by none other than Oxhorn and Cloran Hastings, as the submarine fires Panda Pizza torpedoes at a hippie vegan ship piloted by Tom, the hippie neighbor. Oh, you were answering Dub's question. Gotcha. Autumn says, Oxhorn commanding a fleet of massive bacon ships with bacon sails, traveling over an ocean of maple syrup-flavored Scotch into combat with tiny Alliance dinghies. Oxhorn's fleet blasts the Alliance fleet into oblivion, and the Horde celebrates by punting the surviving gnomes into the shark-infested waters. You all have fantastic ideas. Esmer says, Oxhorn, Staghorn, Hat, and Cloran Hastings at the thrift shop, looking for suspenders, derbies, cigars, and other classy items to impress the ladies with.
Radio Dismuke is now on Facebook. Find us at facebook.com/.
Nomeo says, Oxhorn, before you end the show, might we have some digital hugs? It's been a while. Absolutely. Digital hugs all around, all the way from Seattle to you. Digital hugs. Hugs, hugs, hugs. Digital hugs, hugs, hugs. There you go. Alright, I really liked the following. You know what? Ninja of WoW always has some great smoke ships, and I think I rarely pick them. So I'm going to go ahead and do Ninja of WoWs today. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? Here we go. Smoke ship time. Now pay close attention, because if you blink, you're going to miss it, and you will be sad for the remainder of the evening. So keep those eyes open in a Clockwork Orange sort of fashion. Here we go. Whoa! Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you didn't blink, because if you did, you missed it. But for the briefest of moments before your very eyes was Oxhorn, Nova, and Gavin sailing through a bacon starry night, which we saw earlier, eating cheeseburgers, red snapper, and turkey legs. Hat, Mortus, Staghorn, and Ninja of WoW and Rallon were passing out flyers that said, vote Oxhorn for War Chief, and this is flying off the screen. While Ghoulbreath, Gaunt, Hardcore Kitten, and Mr. 8-Ball were chasing down Garrosh Hellscream in an Orc Destroyer while throwing gnome-shaped bombs and dropping them on him. Right, I didn't stumble at all. So thank you for that one, Ninja of WoW. That was very, very well done. Okay. Other people asking me to answer other people's questions. B-Man says, hey Oxhorn, if someone were to make a game about you and your characters, how would it function? Like what genre, RPG, puzzle, simulation, or unique mechanic, storyline, etc. would it have? I could probably imagine it being any number of games. Now, before I started my whole Oxhorn career, I actually made RPG games on the PlayStation using a program called RPG Maker for the PlayStation. So I'm familiar with making RPG games. I would probably, if it were up to me, I would probably make RPG games just because I really enjoy writing the dialogue. So that would probably be the answer to that. Alright, so looks like we do finally have that last piece of fan art up on the fan page. Before I share my screen with you, I'm going to refresh it just to make sure it's there. It's there. Alright, I'll just have to show it to you. It's going to be off the screen, but here we go. Yeah, so it's very white and very at the top of the screen. Alright, well, it's hard for me to show it to you because there's so much white space down here. But it says Staghorn, says Oxhorn, and it says before. Of course, Staghorn looking fairly epic. And then after, you've got a human female in Staghorn's armor going, what? And then Josh says, Stag decided to take an adventure, but Ox has found him and was very upset about it. You don't know how true that actually is. But thank you for that one, ladies and gentlemen. Excellent piece of fan art. Thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings, episode 205. We had a fantastic show. I'm so glad you guys came today. Please be sure to tune in next week, same Ox time, same Ox channel, 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific time at scotchandsmokerings.com for even more epicness. New movie coming out very soon, either next week or the week after, or maybe a week after that. And it's coming very soon. You guys are going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be over 10 minutes. It's a high-quality piece of entertainment. Thank you for your patience, and as always, we say here at scotchandsmokerings.com, be sure, my friends, to stay classy.